Welcome all of you, the viewers of Bolon Daily Culture. My name is Maria Kądzielska-Koper and we are talking about books. Today we have a freshly printed book in our hands called The War of Our Times with wonderful pictures of Jakub Szymczuk. And with me in the studio is the co-author of this book, Michał Wawrczuk. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
I would say it's another reason for the regime of Vladimir Putin to hate you and to somehow kill you, because first of all you supported the Belarusian journalists and right now you're supporting the Ukrainian refugees and you tell a lot of truth about what's going on in Ukraine and also how about the friendship between the Ukrainians and Poles. So I would say, Michał, you are definitely on some sort of blacklist there.
I was after Belarusian book, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, and this is only the confirmation of those actions once again.
Yeah, I carry on with my...
You carry on with it.
I'm sorry for that.
Just looking at the book, it's a unique work, let's say, also about the other co-authors, because we so far hadn't mentioned the fact that you are the co-author, but also Tomasz Piechal and Arleta Wojna.
Both extremely amazing experts of Ukraine and Eastern.
And the Eastern world.
Arleta wrote a biography of Vladimir Putin a few years ago. I think that he hates her more than me, actually.
Probably that's true.
I'm more on the target of Lukashenko's regime, but yeah. And Tomasz Piechal, who has amazing blog, Szkice Wschodnie, about the Eastern foreign affairs. And
and there's also an absolute expert about the East and the Ukraine. He literally knows what's happening on streets right now in the front and on Ukraine. So he
actually helped me when I was in Ukraine. I actually contacted him to plan my road through the Ukraine, through Ukraine. So yeah, I was happy
we had this wonderful opportunity. I have no idea how we were able actually to put it together, but you all agreed.
I didn't know about it when I was traveling Ukraine or whatever. I just
just the fact that we were able to put all of those great experts to volunteer, to ask, and to start writing about the shelter and in the war of our times, I think is a sort of a miracle itself. Because I'm not an expert in this field. I needed all of you guys to share your knowledge with us and sort of check it out. And at the end, just before publishing it, Arleta Wojna, we have to say, make wonderful correction of polishing the book and names and information to the end and saying, here something should be corrected, here we should change it. So we have to say about the fact that it is a sort of a jewel. Without this is a huge work of Arleta Wojna as well, because she had put her effort and she didn't need to do it because she sent her chapters before. Just the fact to read other chapters and say that the correction is needed. We have to say that that's a great thanks to her about the fact this, and there it is. I do hope it will be read by many. But going back to your chapters, you have three. You are the author of 3 chapters, and one of them is about 2 Natalias. So a Ukrainian Natalia and Polish Natalia. One of them is a volunteer, but also somewhere more in the shelter. Tell us about them.
So basically, when I was writing, I tried to focus on not the character himself or itself or herself, but about the topic and around that topic I was writing about. So basically, one of my heroes or heroines is Natalia, who is a little person who was sick of achondroplasia, which is like the little person bone structure disease, and she's also sick.
So she's not fully grown because of the illness.
Yes, and additionally, she's sick of cancer. She's fighting with
breast cancer.
With not only breast cancer, but many, more cancers. And I named the chapter "A Little Big Fight" because she's a big in her heart, and she's so inspiring. She's needling, and she's a extremely beautiful artist and person, and she's so inspiring what she's doing, how she fights. That's why
Yeah, and
I
her
tried
battle
to
started long before the war in Ukraine.
itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it is sort of prolonged until today. And you mentioned also this, I didn't know it before, but the fact that Poland took over all the terminal patients from Ukraine, and including the patients with cancer, to our hospitals so they can be given help and medications. And moreover, Natalia was properly taken care of and given the right medications in Poland because of the war, which is a paradox somehow. And right now we know the verdict that it's her situation is terminal, but she's still fighting. We see how
Her
it looks.
situation was terminal 10 years ago, and she's still fighting. And that's why I tried to make it a happy ending.
I fully agree with it, but we put a point here and we'll talk more about it in the next episode. But to all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture, the book, The War of Our Times, and the actions of Foundation Oczami Nieba is something what we very strongly, through our heart, recommend to you. And thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.